Welcome to Japan Talker. In this video, we'll be talking about the widely known warriors of Japan. The samurai. The samurai were pre-modern Japan's warriors. They later became the dominant military elite, which rose to become the Edo period's highest social caste. Samurai used a variety of weapons, including bows and arrows, spears, and guns, but the sword was their primary weapon and symbol. Samurai were expected to follow the Bushido code of ethics in their daily life, the way of the warrior. Bushido was a Confucian philosophy that emphasized ideals like allegiance to one's master, self-discipline, and polite, ethical behavior. We will talk in depth relating to Bushido in a future video. Many samurai were also captivated to Zen Buddhism's doctrines and practices. The samurai can be traced back to campaigns in the Tohoku region, during the Heian period to subdue the native Emishi people. Around the same time, warriors were increasingly hired by wealthy landowners that had grown independent of the central government, and built armies for their own protection. The two most powerful of these landowning clans, the Minamoto and Taira, eventually challenged the central government and battled each other for supremacy over the entire country. Minamoto Yoritomo emerged victorious and set up a new military government in 1192, led by the shogun or supreme military commander. For the next 700 years, the samurai ruled over Japan. Japan broke into dozens of independent states, continually at war with one another, during the turbulent age of warring states in the 15th and 16th centuries. Warriors were in high demand as a result. It was also around this time that ninja, or warriors who specialize in unconventional warfare, were most active. The country was eventually reunited in the late 1500s, and a rigid social caste system was established during the Edo period that placed the samurai at the top, followed by the farmers, artisans and merchants respectively. During this time, the samurai were forced to live in castle towns, were the only ones allowed to own and carry swords and were paid in rice by their daimyo or feudal lords. Masterless samurai were called ronin and caused minor troubles during the 1600s. Relative peace prevailed during the roughly 250 years of the Edo period. As a result, fighting abilities became less important, and many samurai became bureaucrats, teachers, or artists. Japan's feudal era eventually came to an end in 1868, and the samurai class was abolished a few years afterwards. Some of the most famous samurais that has lived includes Miyamoto Musashi, well known for his dual sword techniques and philosophies. Tokugawa Ieyasu, the shogun that has united the country during the Sengoku period. Toyotomi Hideyoshi, the peasant-born samurai that rise to become a lord. Oda Nobunaga, the conqueror of the Sengoku period. Kusunoriki Masashigare, the samurai known as the hero of Osaka. Hattori Hanzo, known as Demon Hanzo who served the Tokugawa clan. Sanada Yukimura, was known as a hero who may appear once in 100 years and Crimson Demon of War. Takeda Shingen, known as the Tiger of Kai, he was one of the most powerful daimyo in the late stage of the Sengoku period. Honda Tadakatsu was a key figure in many of Ieyasu's battles. Uesugi Kenshin, known as the Dragon of Ichigo, was one of the most powerful daimyos of the Sengoku period and a long-standing rivalry with Takeda Shingen. I hope this video has shed a little light on the topic of samurai for you. There are a number of links in the description that will provide you with more detailed information. Please subscribe to the channel if you would like to know more about Japanese culture. Japan Talker. Always talking about Japan.